Girls, I kid you not. This wife material thing is not easy. If you see the things I did, you will feel sorry for me. I even went as far as washing his father's car. You did what? Her friends shouted in unison. Isn't that too much? Chinelo exclaimed. Amma was a very, very beautiful young girl, 26 years old, educated. She had a good job in a thriving oil company, a job that came with a very attractive salary, a fine modern car, and a house. She had money and was blessed with the gifts of friends. But there was one problem. She was desperate to get married and start a family, but she seemed to have no luck in that department. No man wanted to marry her. They admired her, yes, went on a few dates with her, then suddenly they would ghost her. She gathered the courage to confront one of the men one time, and he told her in no unclear terms that she would not make a good wife because she was too successful and independent, and because of that she would not respect her husband. Her closest friends, Chinelo and Agnes, blamed her for her misfortune. Amma, you are the cause of your problems, Chinelo, the blunt one, said one day. Give yourself some class. You accept to go out with just any man that comes your way, and the next thing, you are choking them with talks about marriage. You are scaring them away. Calm down. What Chinelo is trying to say, Agnes, the calm one, interrupted, is that you need to give yourself time, Amma. You should have a view of the kind of man that you want and not throw yourself at just any man. And while at it, don't be in a hurry to start talking about marriage. Be patient. The right man will come for you. Meanwhile, you are still very young, no matter what your mother says. Amma was frustrated. Frustrated because her mother was constantly on her neck to find a husband. Amma, you are chasing after money instead of a husband. Look at all Mama Amaka's children. They are all married. All of them. Including that one that looks like a baby monkey. She has even managed to get a good husband. Amma, do you want people to laugh at me? Amma's mother would complain. One day, Amma made the mistake of telling her mother that she was just 26 years old. Her mother burst into tears. Hey, I'm finished. I'm finished. Amma, so you have reached 26. Ew, Chimo, what have I done to deserve this? She cried. Amma was surprised. Mommy, why are you shouting? Did I say something very bad? Yes, Amma. Amma, you said something terrible, not even bad. When I was your age, I have given birth to you and your younger brothers, and I was busy bragging to my friends that before you clocked 25, you will be married. You are about to become the same age with Methuselah, and you have not even seen any man. Talk more of fixing wedding dates. That was the last time Amma argued with her mother, but still, her mother did not let her be. She called every morning just to ask, Amma, when will you marry? And so, Amma became desperate to find a man and get married. Finally, one day, Amma met this fine young man that stayed. His name was Kenneth. He was handsome, well dressed, spoke clean English, and when he walked, it was with so much swagger. She met Kenneth at one restaurant where she usually had lunch. He approached the table where she sat and requested to join her. She so happily welcomed him. Amma was already thinking of wedding hashtags in her head. She just said to herself that maybe this was her future husband. They had lunch together, but their conversation was even better than the food. The both of them had a good time. And when it was time to pay, Kenneth offered to pay for their food. Amma was excited. The young man searched his pockets frantically, his face suddenly contorted with worry. "Is there a problem?" Amma asked, seeing his discomfort. Kenneth smiled. I'm so sorry. I think I have mistakenly dropped my wallet. I can't seem to find it. Oh God. And my card is in that wallet. Oh my. I'm so sorry. Amma sympathized with him. We accept transfers, Oga, the waiter said patiently. Of course you do. But my bank app has been giving me issues all week. This is a terrible situation. What do I do now? He said, frowning deeply. That was how Amma eventually paid for their meal and even gave him cab money. They exchanged numbers and went their separate ways. Kenneth called her that night and they talked for a long time. He was the nicest guy she had met so far. He visited her office every once in a while with small gifts, and before she knew it, they were dating. Amma was super excited. Her friends were happy for her too. Now that she had found herself a man, Amma was determined to keep him. She swore to her friends that she would prove to him that she would make a good wife, that she was a good wife material. From when they started dating, she would visit him every weekend, wash all his clothes, iron them, clean his house inside out, wash his toilet and bathroom, cook for him with her own money, and even go as far as kneeling down to serve him food. What was remaining for Amma to do was to wash his roof. Well, she soon found out that Kenneth, her newfound love, was not well to do. In fact, he was as broke as a church rat. He was in between jobs at that time. But did it put Amma off? Never. So she went ahead and started a business for him, a big men's boutique. That was what he wanted. Her friends were against it. Amma, you have started again. This was Chinelo. Mother Christmas. That is what you have become. So you now took 6 million naira out of your savings and started a business for a man that is not your husband or your brother or even your father. Amma argued that they were going to eventually get married, so they were building their lives together. When she felt that her friends were always on her neck, she asked them to mind their business. Focus on finding your own husbands and leave me alone. Never, Agnes interrupted. We will not leave you alone. You are our friend and we will tell you the truth always. And they never failed to do that. But Amma, she was the proverbial stubborn chicken that only listened inside the pot of soup. Unknown to her, Kenneth was taking advantage of her. Whenever he wanted money, all he had to do was to pick a fight with her, and when she reacted, he would use her success against her. So because you think that you have money, that is why you talk back at me, I always knew that women like you are always filled with so much pride. My mother warned me, but did I listen? No. At the end of the day, Amma would end up apologizing to him and even offer him money and gifts to placate him. One day, Kenneth's family was having a small family dinner to celebrate his mother's birthday. Kenneth did not want Amma to come initially, but she insisted, and he finally agreed. After all, she was his sponsor. Amma went to the market. She bought different expensive clothing materials, shoes, bags, expensive perfumes for his mother and his whole family. She wanted to show him and every member of his household that she was a wife material. The day came for their departure, and finally Amma met Kenneth's family for the first time. She presented her gifts to them, and they were truly very happy. They welcomed her with open arms. But Amma, being Amma, still had a lot in store for them. After all the introduction was over, Amma set to work. That night, she cooked for everyone. They were so impressed and praised her. She was pleased with herself. But this was just the beginning. The next morning, Amma woke up as early as 4 a.m. She swept the whole house, inside and outside, mopped everywhere, and even washed her future father-in-law's car before everyone woke up. And when they finally did, they were not only pleased with her, they were so impressed. Kenneth's sisters even saw Amma's eagerness to impress them. They abandoned all the chores for her. Amma ran errands that day like 10 housemaids. Her soul nearly left her body. She washed plates, prepared the whole variety of dishes for the family gathering all alone, served the food, cleared the table. Everyone was just calling her up and down to run one errand or the other. They nearly called her to glory. If you did not know, you would think she was a housemaid. By the end of the day, Amma was beyond tired. She was exhausted. All her body ached so bad that she could not even sleep. But what pained her the most was that not once did Kenneth acknowledge all that she had done. No well done, no thank you, no very much. Even when she complained of body pain, he absently asked her if he sent her to become a slave. Go and continue running up and down now, busybody. She was short of words and eventually went to bed so hurt and angry. When she went back home the next day, her friends were eager to know how her outing went. Amma shook her head as she narrated her ordeal. Girls, I kid you not, this wife material thing is not easy. If you see the things I did, you will feel sorry for me. I prepared jollof rice and chicken. I made ofada sauce. I made egusi soup with semolina. I made grilled fish. I did dishes, cleaned the house. I even went as far as washing his father's car. You did what? Her friends shouted in unison. Isn't that too much? Chinelo exclaimed. Amma sighed. These are the ones I remember, but that one did not even pain me, Seth. The one that pained me the most was that after everything I did, Kenneth did not even show concern or appreciation. And when I complained to Kenneth that I had body pain, he said he did not send me to make myself a slave. He called me busybody. Imagine. Her friends burst into laughter. But truly, he did not send you now, Wife material, 1,000 yards. Agnes said, still laughing. So after all this your wife material thing that is giving housemaid doings, Chinelo put in, it's been almost a year and this guy has not even hinted about marriage. Are you not bothered? Amma sighed. She knew her friends were right, but what could she do? Truthfully, She was getting tired of the whole thing. Later that night, she made her decision. If Muhammad failed to go to the mountain, then the mountain will go to Muhammad. Amma decided to talk to Kenneth about the issue of marriage, at least to be sure about his intentions. The next day, after the close of work, she went to the market, bought ingredients for his favorite jollof with fried plantains and fish. After cooking, Kenneth ate to his fill. He thoroughly enjoyed his meal. As usual, for Amma was truly a very good cook. After dinner, she decided it was time to talk about the issue on her mind. But the response she got was not favorable. In fact, it was far from what she was expecting. Kenneth became annoyed immediately. Is it because of this small food you prepared for me that you are now disturbing me? Please, oh, I don't have time for such discussion, I beg. Amma was surprised. Babe, why are you sounding like this now? It's not like this is the first time I'm preparing something nice for you. I just want to know where I stand, that's all. Kenneth flared up. Oh, I see. I knew a day like this would come. I have been expecting it. So, because you do some little things for me, you are now rubbing it in my face, Abi? And my mother warned me. But see me now, a stubborn he-goat. I never listened. You want to know where you stand? Come and stand on my head. In fact, this relationship is over. I've had enough of it. Amma fell on her knees and started apologizing to him. I'm sorry, my love. I did not mean it that way now, You know that I would never rub anything in your face. Maybe I did not say it well. Please forgive me, she begged, tears flowing down her eyes. Kenneth looked at her pitifully, his eyes gleaming. It was another opportunity to get something out of her. He gently pulled her up, his face now sober. It's okay, my love. I'm sorry I spoke to you like that. I should not have. I guess I took out my frustration on you. You see, this week has been a really tough one for me. I ordered new clothes from what I thought was a cheaper vendor in China, and they ran away with my money. I have not heard from them since. It's been 2 weeks now, and my boutique is empty. Amma's eyes softened. Oh my God, baby, I'm so sorry. Is that why you have been grumpy all week? You should have said something to me. Kenneth shook his head solemnly. No, babe, you've done so much for me. I did not want to bother you. No, now, Amma responded. We are building our lives together and hopefully a family very soon. We are partners. Don't worry, I'll send you 2 million naira to your account. I hope it will be enough to do something. Kenneth's eyes lit up. What did I ever do to deserve you? Amma smiled. Don't think about it, my love. It's nothing. What do you mean it's nothing? Chinelo exclaimed the next day when Amma told them the outcome of her conversation with Kenneth over dinner in a fine restaurant. Amma frowned. Don't be dramatic, Chinelo. It's really not a big deal. I mean, the guy is going through a lot at the moment. The least I could do was support him, seeing that I have the means. Agnes touched her friend gently. Amma, this is not you. I know you love this guy and want to get married, but come on. You talk to him about marriage and he flips on you like that, then cooks up some sub story and you give him 2 million naira. Ha! The signs are everywhere. This guy go chop your eyes, oh. Amma got up angrily. I see it's because I tell you girls everything. That's why you have mouths to just say whatever you like. But today ends it. I'll keep my relationship to myself. After all, 3 is a crowd. She stormed out of the restaurant, leaving her friends perplexed. She continued her relationship with Kenneth, and her friends did not interfere anymore. But as months passed, Amma's worry grew. Her mother was still pestering her day and night, and Kenneth was still not saying anything. In fact, he now acted strange. He no longer called her as much, except he needed something or wanted her to come over. And when she called, he acted busy. He had one excuse or the other ready. She needed to talk to someone, but then her friends were minding their businesses. And so she decided to talk to him again. The last time she did, he was in a bad mood. This time, hopefully, he would be in a better mood. That day after the close of work, as usual, she went to his place. It was a Friday. They had dinner and were seeing a movie when she decided to bring up the topic again. Babe, I want to talk to you about something. As if sensing what she was about to say, he responded swiftly, absent-mindedly. See, if it's about the marriage thing, now is not a good time. Amma was taken aback. You did not even allow me to land. Is that not what you want to talk about? Kenneth fired back. Yes, but at least you should have let me speak first. Okay, when is a good time? Whoa, I don't know, when I'm ready. Kenneth replied. This is not a response, Kenneth. This is even no commitment. It shows no sign that you're committed to this relationship. My mother is on my neck and I have invested a lot into this relationship. I need to know if this is going somewhere or not. Kenneth flared up again. This is what I'm talking about. You are so full of yourself. Any small thing, you are already counting the little things you have done for me. Did I beg you? Or did I put a gun to your head? In fact, what have you done for me that has not been heard of before, Seth? Is it my fault that your mother wants you to marry by fire by force? Amma's head exploded. Wait, you ask me what I have done for you? Okay, in case you have forgotten, let me remind you. From the first day we met, I paid for your meal. Because you claim to have lost your wallet, I paid your cab fare. I gave you 6 million naira of my savings because you had no job and wanted to start up a business. I paid your house rent for 2 years ahead, cooked for you, cleaned for you, washed for you, respected you, supported you financially and emotionally, let you drive my car most times while I take cabs and buses, gave my body to you. I send money to your parents every single month. The only thing I did not do for you, Kenneth, was to wash your roof and clean you up after you go to the loo, just to prove to you that I could be a good wife. And you stand to ask me what I have done for you? You call all of that little? What have you ever done for me, Kenneth? Can you remember anything, just one thing, that you have done for me? Of course, you can't, because you have done nothing. There was silence. Then Kenneth started clapping. Bravo, Amma. Bravo. So you have been keeping all the records, counting everything, waiting for the day to pour it out. Anyways, I did not beg you. I did not force you. And I never promised that I was going to marry you. Amma was visibly shaken, but she refused to show it. That's it. No worries, this is all my fault. I should have listened to my friends who saw right through you. She picked up her few belongings, took her car keys, and stormed out angrily. Kenneth did not stop her. He watched her leave and continued watching his film, totally unbothered, like nothing even happened. Amma went home that night, feeling totally shattered and heartbroken. She cried so hard for the rest of the weekend that by Monday morning, her eyes were still red and puffy. She was unable to make it to work and had to call in sick. Since that day, her eyes had remained glued to her phone. She expected that Kenneth would call at any moment, but his call never came. Not even a text message or a WhatsApp message. She cried some more and couldn't even eat anything. By the end of that week, she knew that their relationship was over. She swallowed her pride and called her girls. She needed to talk to someone so bad. She felt like she was going to lose her mind. You see, in this life, it's very important to have that one person that could understand and be there for you, no matter what. People that will tell you the truth, yet never judge you. It could be a friend, it could be a sister or brother, an aunt, mentor, anyone at all. For Amma, it was her friends, Chinelo and Agnes. The ladies came as soon as Amma called. They were surprised to see their friend in such a terrible state. Her hair was disheveled. Her eyes were red and puffy. What happened? Agnes asked in her soft voice as she moved to sit beside Amma. Amma burst into fresh tears as she recounted her exchange with Kenneth the previous night. After everything I did to prove myself to him, he turns around to tell me that it was nothing. He said he did not beg me or force me to do those things, she said, crying harder. Chinelo was still standing, but she was visibly angry. I knew this was going to happen. I knew that guy was just going to take your gestures for nothing. Stop, Chinelo, Agnes interrupted. Don't you think she knows all that by now? Chinelo calmed down. I'm sorry, Amma. All I'm trying to say was that the signs were everywhere and we tried to help you see it, but you let this marriage thing blind you. But don't worry, we are going to teach him the lesson of his life. Please, no, Amma begged. I just need time to breathe and think for now. I put a lot into that relationship. I gave my time, I gave my energy, my money. I spent millions on that guy. But the truth is that he does not and has never even loved me. Can you believe he told me that it was not his fault that I wanted to marry by fire by force? But I picked something in all these things that happened. It was truly not his fault. It was my fault. I was too desperate and I let it make me do some unnatural things. For now, I just want to find myself again. A week later, Amma went back to work. She buried herself in her work, determined to forget Kenneth. She was still heartbroken and hurting, trying to forget. But how could she when everything reminded her of him? Her bank account was a steady reminder, and her mother still would not let her be. But that one was Moi Moi. She was more determined than ever to ignore her mother, and she was doing just that successfully. Just as things were looking like it was going to be okay, she was hit by something way bigger than she expected. That night, she was just seated in her living room, casually scrolling through Facebook, when she saw a post that nearly caught her breath. She looked closely and checked the name again to confirm that she was indeed seeing clearly and correctly. And of course, she was, standing there, looking as smug as a cat, as happy as ever, dressed in a fine, expensive-looking tuxedo, surrounded by his family, and a beautiful woman dressed in what was unmistakably a wedding dress was Kenneth, her own very Kenneth. He had gotten married, and the caption said, hashtag forever my queen, hashtag just married, hashtag grateful heart. She could not breathe. This time, Amma could not hold back. She screamed so loud, but she was alone. No one could hear her. Amma cried so bitterly that night. She sank so low into depression. The tears flowed uncontrollably, unable to stop. She was still seated on that spot, holding her phone, when her friends came by the next morning. It was a Saturday morning and they had planned to hit the gym together. They were shocked to see Amma in the condition they found her. What happened? They both asked, alarmed, as they stood in her living room. Did someone die? Oh my God, is mommy okay? Chinelo gasped as she thought of the worst thing that could happen. Amma shook her head as she burst into tears. I'm finished. I'm finished. Now, I'm convinced that something is really wrong with me. I tried. I did everything to prove that I was a good wife material, even though I was a career woman. Abi, did I not do enough? Should I have done more? Is there something that I should have done? The girls were confused. Okay, Amma, you have us confused right now. What is going on exactly? Agnes asked. Amma raised her face, showing her bloodshot eyes. Kenneth is now married. He got married yesterday. What? The girls exclaimed in unison. Yes, Amma nodded. He posted it on Facebook. Then she burst into another hysterical laughter. You need to see the way they were all smiling happily, including his parents, that I placed on a monthly salary for almost a year. They knew he was playing me all along, and they pretended to like me. Ha! Amma, you have been such a fool. Don't say that, Agnes said quickly, putting a hand on her back. You are not a fool. You were just trying to love someone with all you had. You were loyal, generous, and kind. That's not foolishness. Amma, that's character. They are the ones who lost, not you. And trust me, they will reap every bit of what they've sown. Chinelo wasn't having it. She had started pacing, fists clenched. Reap care. My friend, leave all this sowing and reaping. Me, I don't understand that one. Who is the farmer? Who is holding the cutlass? Who is planting? Who is harvesting? I say let's go to that house, drag him out, beat him like the animal that he is, remove one or two of his teeth, burn down that useless boutique to ashes, and redecorate that his ugly wife's face. Scatter everything. Let them feel it. Ha! Chinelo, Agnes gasped, eyes wide. Don't Chinelo me, she snapped. You know me. You know me very well. If you do me one, I will do you 100. Rubbish. Amma managed a pained smile. Chinelo, please. I know you are only trying to defend me, and I love you for that. But let's be honest. Let's think this through. We could get into serious trouble and get arrested if we do that. Going after him won't fix anything. He will twist the story and make us look like the villain. Worst case scenario, we will end up on all the blogs, on gossip pages, all over the social media. We have careers that we've worked so hard to build, our reputations. And let's be real, is he really worth it? He's not worth it, not one bit. Chinelo was still boiling. If it were before, Chinelo, blood will flow. And trust me, it won't be the blood of Jesus. But you are right, he's not worth it. And so Chinelo calmed down. The girls kept her company the whole day, and at night, they literally dragged her to their favorite spot, a karaoke spot. Amma loved singing, and their plan was to let her sing her sorrows away. That was where she met Adam. They were paired to sing a duet of Perfect by Ed Sheeran and Beyonce. The both of them sang like their hearts depended on it. They poured out their hearts and their soul into the song, and their voices blended so well you would think they had rehearsed for the performance. The audience went wild when their performance ended. In fact, they wanted more, and the duo obliged. In that moment, as they sang, Amma forgot all her problems. They sang 3 more songs together. Then she got tired and only desired to go home and sleep. It was already past 11 p.m. and even her friends were ready to call it a night. They were strolling to the car they came in and chatting happily about the evening when they heard someone call out their attention from behind. "Please, excuse me," the calm Baz said as he walked towards them. They stopped. He greeted the ladies and faced Amma. "I'm sorry if this is any bother to you. My name is Adam. I'm the guy you sang with earlier." Amma recognized him, but she had no look of interest whatsoever. "I know, I recognize you," she said dryly. Adam smiled. "Cool." He looked around. "See, it's quite late and I don't want to keep you ladies out for too long, but maybe I could get your number and call you. Is that okay?" "I'm sorry," she started to say, but Chinelo pinched her and gave her a cold, hard stare that said, "Don't you dare." She changed her mind quickly and gave him her phone number. As a sharp guy, he dialed it immediately to confirm it was correct. And it was. So he bid them farewell as they got into their car and drove off. "That guy is fine! And he can sing!" Agnes exclaimed happily as they drove home. "Beg, let me hear. Me, I'm done running after men. In fact, as you see me now, I've retired. Wife material, 0 yard." The girls burst into laughter. "This exactly is your problem," Chinelo put in. "You're already thinking about marriage again." "No, I'm not," Amma put in. "Fine," Chinelo continued. "Give yourself a chance to know this guy. Be yourself. Don't try to impress him. Let him be the one trying to impress you. And if he loves you and your total package, good. If not, then good riddance." Agnes was already snoring away in the back seats. They drove the rest of the way in silence, but Amma was mulling over Chinelo's words over in her head. Just as she was about to get into bed later that night, her phone beeped. It was a simple message from Adam that said, "I hope you all got home safe. I had a very good time this evening. This is me hoping there will be more evenings like this. Good night." Amma did not even know when she smiled. Well, she went to bed and had sweet dreams of her time singing with Adam. The next day, he called as promised and literally begged her to have dinner with him. He sensed a reluctance and pleaded, "One date. If you don't like it, if you really hate it, file a restraining order. No problem." Amma found it amusing, but she agreed to go to do dinner with him. He picked her from her place and drove to a fine, fancy restaurant. Amma was pleased with what she was seeing. Adam looked polished and acted polished too. He was actually a very, very fine man, probably in his mid-30s. He drove a posh car. Everything about him screamed class. Dinner with Adam turned out to be more than Amma had expected. So much more. The atmosphere was cozy, the food was delightful, but it was his company that made the evening unforgettable. Adam, with his easy charm and surprisingly wicked sense of humor, had her laughing so much her ribs ached. She couldn't remember the last time she felt that light. They talked about everything and nothing in particular. Shared stories, past misadventures, their dreams, their fears. She learned he worked as a freelance data analyst for several reputable firms abroad. And Amma was equally candid. She told him about her own career and accomplishments she rarely shared with anyone. Adam listened attentively and he was genuinely impressed. And when he said, "You are brilliant, Amma, any man would be lucky to have you," he said it with the kind of sincerity that made her want to believe, even if just for a second. They lingered so long in the restaurant they didn't even notice everyone else had gone. Only the staff remained, subtly clearing the tables and glancing at their watches. Realizing the time, they both laughed and stood. Adam paid the bill without a word and walked her to the car. When they reached her apartment, she turned to him and smiled. "Thank you for everything. I honestly can't remember the last time I had such a good time." "The pleasure was all mine," he replied softly, his eyes holding hers a bit longer than usual. Inside, her friends, who had flat out refused to go home until they had the full gist, sprang up as she walked through the door. "Spill, oh yeah, fast, fast," Chinelo demanded. Amma dropped onto the couch with a smile she couldn't hide. Dinner was great. He was intentional, she said, as if trying to find the word. Like, he was really intentional. He was funny, he was kind and just present. You could tell he wasn't there out of politeness. He actually wanted to be there with me. He's a great guy from what I see, classy and all of that. The girls squealed with joy, hugging her, cheering her on, and for a moment Amma let herself bask in it. But later that night, alone in the stillness of her room, a familiar fear crept in. What if he ghosts me? What if this was just another sweet moment before another painful goodbye? But surprisingly, he called her the next morning just to say good morning. He came by her office later that day to take her for lunch, and after work he called again. This time they talked for hours. This became a routine, and their friendship continued and even became stronger. Every Friday night became their special night, karaoke night. They sang so well together that even people always anticipated their duet. Amma was having the time of her life. She had never been so happy before. And so was Adam. He was already falling for Amma. In fact, he started falling for her that very first night they sang together. Something about her called out to him, and pulled at the strings of his heart. He knew that he wanted to be with her and become more than friends, even though both of them knew that there was something going on between them. Adam wanted to state it. He wanted their relationship to be defined so that they both knew what they were doing. So one Friday night, after their usual karaoke experience, Adam decided to say his mind. They were both seated in his car, parked in front of her apartment. When he reached for her hand, held it in his as he looked into her eyes. Amma, I'm not very good with words, but believe me, these past months I've spent with you has been the happiest for me in a very long time. And I know we have gone past being friends, but I'm a man who knows what I want, and when I see it, I go for it. I love you, Amma. I really, really do. And honest to God, I hope and pray that you feel the same way about me. As Amma looked at him, tears filled her eyes. She could not believe that a day like this had come. Her tears confused Adam. Are you okay? Did I say something wrong? He asked. Amma shook her head as the tears kept coming. You said nothing wrong, Adam. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just thinking how I got so lucky to meet a person like you. But still, I wonder if this is real. What if something goes wrong? Adam shook his head firmly. Look at me, Amma. I don't know about your past relationships because you never talk about it. But whatever happened, it's his own loss. You are an amazing person inside and outside, and any real man would be blessed to have you. See, I don't just want to be your boyfriend. I want to be your man in every way. I want to sing with you till we grow old. I want to wake up every morning to see your beautiful face. I want to be with you till I leave this earth, to support you in all your career endeavors. I really love you, Amma, and I want you to be my woman. Amma went into his arms and wept some more. I love you too, Adam, and yes, I'll be your woman. That night marked a new beginning for Amma and Adam. Her friends were genuinely happy for her, so happy that they nearly threw a party. Amma got a man beyond her wildest dream, even without trying. A few months later, she was standing in a church with her brand new husband, surrounded by family and loved ones, and of course, her best girls. Her mother was unarguably the happiest person in the room. Finally, her enemies had been put to shame. Amma's heart was filled with joy as she took photos with her new husband. One day, she was going to share her unfortunate Kenneth experience with Adam, and they will both laugh about it. But for now, she was going to bask in the beauty of the present and embrace all that the future held in store for the both of them. As for Kenneth, things were not going as smoothly as he anticipated. He had spent all the money he was collecting from Amma to sponsor his main girl's education, and the rest was used to plan a lavish wedding. Hoping that he already had his boutique standing strong, Amma was just his ticket to success. But things came crashing down a few months after their wedding. His wife was still struggling to get a job, so they had to depend solely on the boutique to run every household expenses. And trust me, the woman was expensive. The boutique started crumbling to the ground until there was nothing left. He became broke again. His wife started making a mockery of him. They fought and argued day in, day out. Their home became a battleground. One day, she was unable to stay anymore, and since there was no child yet, she conveniently took her things and left. She no come this world to suffer. Kenneth was totally shattered and heartbroken. He had lost everything, and now he was back to square one. Hey lovers, thank you for listening to this story. If you are new here, welcome to our community. I hope you enjoyed listening to this story as much as I enjoyed creating it. If you have not done so already, please hit the subscribe button, and to support the growth of our community, give this video a big thumbs up. If you know someone who would enjoy a story like this, do not hesitate to share. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Remember, like, share, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to support your girl, you could buy me a coffee. To do that, click on the buy me a coffee link down below in the comment section. I'll take my leave now, but I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.